My name is Michael Wass. I'm a second-year Anthro student here at New College, and I'm here working today on April 21st, 2010 in the Galilee Cemetery of Sarasota. It's a historic black cemetery, and we were asked to do this project by the Galilee Cemetery Task Force, which consists of local members from the Newtown community. And what we've basically been doing is recording all the markers and the graves, the condition, the names, what kind of grave goods, if there's fencing and whatnot. And we've been really trying to make hay out of what is going on here, in terms of, because the map from the first map we have does not look like the cemetery whatsoever. So we're hopeful of producing, after we finish mapping out the entire cemetery, a map for the community to use, in addition to hopefully somebody will donate GPR so we can map all the unmarked burials, or where there are burials where there shouldn't be any.
Hi, my name is Liz Escherwood. I'm a second-year anthropology student at New College. Today we are out surveying the cemetery, and basically what we do is we go through and go to every single grave and just record what we see. Everything from the grave marker to the unmarked graves that don't have hardly anything. The feel I get from the cemetery? The feel that I get is basically just how crowded it is. Like, there's so many people. I know our original estimate for the amount of graves in here was 600, but there's so many more. Right now we're at 135 just in our section alone. And so it's just crowded. And it's just sad, because you wonder, you see these mounds, and how many people are underneath this grave? And so I feel like it's just a really important thing that we're doing here.
My name is Chelsea Montgomery, and I'm a third-year anthropology student at New College of Florida. This is the form that we're doing as part of the survey. We're filling one out for every burial, every grave that we see. It includes the lot number, which describes where on the map we are, the block number, which describes where on the map we are as far as which part of the cemetery, the lot, which is a number given to each individual burial, and then we give the names of the neighbor markers in order to get a sense of where this particular burial is found, the name on the marker, the date of birth and the date of death of the person who is commemorated by the burial. We give a sketch of the inscription, the grave marker, and we also describe how it was inscribed, what the grave marker is made out of, what the size of the marker is, and if there's any designs on it. A lot of the markers don't have any designs, but this particular one has a flower on it. We also describe the condition of the marker as well as the vault. Usually they're in pretty good condition, but almost all of them are weathered or have lichen or moss on them. We also describe the grave goods and the plantings around the burial to see what loved ones have left behind. And on the back we draw a picture, which is none on there, in order to visually situate the marker within its context.
My name is Lee Block. I'm working on the Galilee Cemetery Preservation Project. Well, the cemetery is taken care of by a task force made up of, I think, 4 or 5 individuals who volunteer their spare time to work here. There's no formalized structure to maintain anything in the cemetery, or to make sure that that burials happen in the plots that are designated. There's not really anyone to preserve the gravestones or make sure that everything is labeled, or that you can actually tell who's buried where. So as a result, there's a lot of places that are not labeled, and there's a lot of empty plots that we're not really sure if they have burials in them or not. There's also a lot of burials that have become sunken, since this is Florida and all the ground is really sandy, so it looks like there's not a plot, but there's really a vault a few inches below the ground. So understandably, burials end up clustered in some places, spread out in other places. They're not organized along the grid pattern that the original plan designed, and some burials are on top of other burials. So this year, maybe it was last year, I think this year, they had an ordinance where they closed the cemetery because it was too full and there's not enough room for more burials. They've left it open for people who've already purchased plots to, I guess ahead of time. And clearly that hasn't been totally followed.